Settle in, get comfortable, and let's begin the story of the meadow's melody. Once upon a time, nestled in a valley of shimmering streams and trees that whispered secrets to the wind, lay the Peaceful Meadow. It was a place of endless joy, home to many wondrous beings. There was Bearon the Royal Fluff, a sky-blue fluffy bear with a crown, who ruled the meadow with kindness, tea parties, and the fluffiest hugs. His fur could predict the weather. Today it was particularly fluffy, a sign that something exciting was about to happen. Then there was Zuzu the Bubble Cat, also sky blue, who lived in a floating bubble and blew magical bubbles that popped into beautiful songs. Her fur changed color with the music, and her purrs could change the weather too. Finally, there was Angus the Adventurer, an orange fluffy explorer who loved discovering new things. He wore round goggles, and a lucky leaf always sat on his hat. Angus loved to discover new places and had a trusty walking stick in hand. One sunny morning, while Angus was exploring, Zara, Zhang, and Samuel arrived in the Peaceful Meadow to spend their summer vacation, ready for an adventure. Zara was particularly excited. She loved traveling and exploring new magical places, always eager to make new friends. Zhang was thrilled to explore as well. He loved martial arts and imagined historical battles, and dragons always excited his imagination. Samuel, who loved camping and animals, was ready for anything. As they began their exploration, something extraordinary happened. A strange, glowing bloom sprouted in the center of the meadow, casting an eerie light. The animals started acting strangely. Zuzu's bubbles, instead of singing, began to sound like buzzing bees, all off-key. Bearon's fur seemed to stand on end, even fluffier than usual. "What's happening?" Zara wondered, her eyes wide with a mixture of curiosity and wonder. "This is not good," exclaimed Zhang. "Something is not right. We must investigate." Samuel, always ready to help, agreed. "Let's go." Angus, with his explorer's spirit, stepped forward. "Follow me, young friends. We will find out what's causing this disturbance." The children, excited by the prospect of mystery and the challenge, immediately agreed to the quest. They set off together, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Along the way, they met Bearon, who greeted them warmly. "My fur is telling me that there's trouble," he boomed, his voice calm but concerned. "The meadow's harmony is disrupted." He offered the group comforting snuggles. They then found Zuzu, whose usual cheerful meow was tinged with worry. "My bubbles, they won't sing properly anymore," she cried. "The melodies are all mixed up." "We'll fix it," Zara declared, full of determination. "We'll work together." Angus, with his map-reading skills and knowledge of the stars, guided the children and the others. They followed a winding path into the woods, their steps light with anticipation. As they journeyed, the children discussed their plan. Zhang imagined dragons and how they would battle the source of the disturbance. Zara loved exploring and was eager to learn what she could of this mystery. Samuel kept an eye out for animals who might need help along the way, like a true camper, an animal lover. Guided by Angus, the group ventured deeper into the woods, soon reaching a hidden cave, an exciting opportunity for Zhang, and he started imaging historical battles he had learned about. The entrance was concealed behind a waterfall, a secret entrance only an explorer like Angus could find. Inside, the children found walls covered in strange symbols. The light from the glowing bloom was brightest here. The source of the disruption was a shadowy, seed-like object, humming with a dark energy. Zuzu's bubbles began to tremble at the ominous object. It was a weapon, used by a mischievous space creature. "This is a shadow seed," Angus exclaimed, recognizing the strange object. "It steals the joy from everything." The children knew they had to stop it. "We must find a way to restore the melodies," Zuzu insisted, her voice filled with determination. "My bubbles are the key!" Using the symbols on the wall as clues, and with Angus's knowledge of constellations, the group started working on a puzzle related to musical notes and star constellations. Zara was able to match the symbols with the correct musical notes, while Zhang remembered historical battles and how to overcome his enemies. Samuel, with his clever mind, worked on the constellation puzzle, making sure the stars aligned with the correct notes. Slowly, they began to understand how to neutralize the weapon. They used Zuzu's bubble magic and combined it with the correct musical notes to counteract the shadow seed. As the last note rang out, the weapon began to shake violently. Angus shouted, "Quick! An escape route! This cave is about to collapse! They had to hurry!" Together, using Angus's knowledge of navigation, the children found the correct way out of the cave. They burst out, with their teamwork now strengthened, back into the peaceful meadow. They knew they had to act fast. Zuzu, focusing all her energy, blew bubbles, now tuned to the correct key. The bubbles floated towards the shadow seed, its energy slowly diminishing. Bearon, with his calm presence, cuddled and reassured the animals, who were still confused and scared. The meadow began to heal. The animals started to dance and cheer, and everything was back to normal. The children realized that working together makes them stronger, and that even challenges can bring out the best in everyone. They had to find a way to restore the balance. Finally, the shadow seed's light faded. The meadow returned to its former glory. Zuzu's bubbles returned to their beautiful melodies. The children felt a surge of accomplishment. They sat together and shared a tea party with Bearon and Zuzu, listening to Zuzu's beautifully restored bubble songs. Angus, true to his explorer's spirit, offered his trail snacks. "We did it!" Zara exclaimed, laughing with happiness. "We restored the melody of the meadow." Zhang, his eyes sparkling, smiled. "Together, we are strong." Samuel agreed, a wide grin on his face. "And we made new friends." The children spent the rest of the afternoon playing, sharing stories, and enjoying the restored beauty of the peaceful meadow. They realized that working together made them stronger, and that even the most challenging problems could be overcome with friendship and cooperation. They learned that they could face any obstacle as long as they had their friends by their side. The peaceful meadow was once again a place of joy and harmony, filled with music, laughter, and the promise of many more wonderful days. The children knew this was the start of a new adventure. They realized there was a golden melody that they discovered as part of their journey that keeps the peace. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? How did Zuzu use her special talents to help solve the problem? Let's see how you did. The answer is, Zuzu used her bubble magic, combined with musical notes, to counteract the shadow seed's effect. You did a great job! Thank you for listening to StoryPie. I hope to see you again soon.